Game 1 now of a best of 3, a semi-final between a Terran and a Zerg. Going down on Habitation Station, let's introduce these two. To the top right, the green Terran player, representing Team Alien Invasion, Lillekanin. And his opponent, to the top left, the blue Zerg from Team Dignitas, Tefel. So, Habitation Station can lead to some great things, mainly due to its gold base. Some sneaky shenanigans can go on. There's some great expansion paths to go through, which get increasingly hard to hold. A lot of dead space over the top that can be utilised. Generally, it's just a cool map. I like a lot of the things the players have been doing here. Actually, it leads to some really exciting mid and late game situations, which is probably the most exciting, I'd say one of the most exciting maps currently in the map pool, and has been a big switch up from everything else. It's probably the biggest switch up is the gold base. Habitation Station was the first map in a long time to have a gold base, and I really think it gives quite a lot, having these different, just this different layout of maps, different features of maps, just to try and force the meta to change a bit and keep things a bit more mixed up, a bit more dynamic. There's also some cool, beautiful things on this map, like this little skull inside the pot there. Of course, my favourite, the Ultralisk, just chilling on this spike. I want to know what kind of giant phoenix lifted that there. Anyway, barracks now chilling, seen by the Overlord. Note that the gas income only just now coming after the barracks, so it could be going into a Reaper. A Marine first will allow a little bit of Overlord hunting. Tefel though, he went actually for a pool before hatch. That's pretty awesome. Basically, getting the pool down before hatch is very uncommon. Most Zerg players opt to go hatch into pool up against Terran, and have done for what seems like eternity now. And the reason it works really well is because generally they're not going to be throwing too much at you. Getting the pool down first isn't too much of an economic loss, because you still get the queen down and you get the injects through. But it means the Reaper's going to really struggle to achieve very much, because the queen can zone it out very effectively. So, just a little alteration by Tefel, and it's going to be interesting to see how this works for him. Down comes the queen. The queen actually chills around here, can zone the Reaper very effectively. And he's actually preemptively moving there, knowing that it's coming. Should be on attack command, so the second he comes up, already starts getting shot at. Quickly trying to shuffle over, but the Reaper a lot faster. Imagine queens with jetpacks. Up he comes to the main. Still going to get a little bit of frustrating damage done, but nope, this queen ready to block the escape. Quickly little extractor made a drone, already trying to chase it through, buying a bit of time until the queen pops. But the queen, now there, should be able to get away. No workers killed. Everything done nicely here by Tefel. Over at Lillekanin's side, we see that we've got the factory coming through, natural base getting taken, and a very early third. A very early third is something that a lot of Terran players have been doing recently, hoping that Zergs just sit there and pump nothing but drones, and are actually quite happy to do that. Up against Tefel though, it's going to be a bit more interesting, and that's because Tefel, he is not someone to only pump drones. Around the kind of 40-50 supply mark, it's not in the slightest uncommon to see him decide to get out a fair few links. Sometimes even as many as, say, 14. Just trying to get aggressive with it. So, with a response to that, this quick third CC could be in some troubles. Shouldn't be too much to worry about, though. Hellions, of course, are being produced, following on to the initial 2 Reaper opening. Kind of the standard right now in Terran vs Zerg. The 2 Reapers into 4 Hellions, potentially into, well, it will be now, into a Banshee. The Banshee plays a bit more kind of harassment heavy. Leaves the potential to go into a mech style build. Generally when you see the Banshee, it's more common to see mech. And so it's really now going to be up to Tefel to see what he's going to be able to achieve with the roaches that he's actually going to be coming in. It's going to be going for a +1 roach play most likely, going up to all 4 gases. What has he seen to make him think this is coming? Okay, not too much. He's not seen the 3rd CC, but just deciding that this is the build he wants to go for, and it's going to be +1 because we know he's got... Okay, he's getting the 2nd Evo chamber through, but he's already getting +1 missile attacks, so probably going to go into 1-1. Tefel is kind of like the prophet of Roach Hydra in every matchup. He does really like it, and he does some pretty cool stuff with it. If it is a mech build coming down from Lillekanin, then obviously Roach Hydra just beats that. Or not that simply, but Roach Hydra is the preferred composition against that. It's probably a better way to phrase it. And as such, he kind of gets a win. Against Bio, Roach Hydra isn't great in the late game. Bio's just really strong against it. But in the mid game, it's very powerful. And I'd definitely say Tefel's got a kind of power peak in the mid game. That's where he's strongest. That's where I feel that he wins most of his games. Ultra late game, doesn't get there that often, to be honest. He's very good at putting on the pain slightly earlier. Third base being taken to the gold. The Banshee already making his way across. And this is doing some nice damage. Just picking away the roaches, denying kind of a little bit of aggression from a couple of roaches, just because it can't really do much. By the time they actually got over there, they killed. The two queens, they're essential right now. They prevent this Banshee from being too annoying. And that should be kind of the most important thing. But in come the roaches, they should be able to zone out even just 3 of them. A lot of these roaches, a lot of these Hellions and Reapers. And with only a couple of roaches down, it isn't actually a big indicator of what's actually happening. And Overseer already coming over. This does give away the lair, but the timing of that wouldn't be crazy. And the Queen's just going to be able to prevent the hatch going. A couple of workers did die, but nothing disastrous. 4 roaches now sitting here. The rest, where are the rest? They should be chilling somewhere, hiding. Where are they? They're going to be around here somewhere. Okay, they're just hiding around here. It's important that they're not seen if Tefel wants to use the element of surprise against this third. And he very well could be aiming for that. Still waiting. Exactly what's going to be coming through. No push yet from Tefel. He's adding in the Hydralisk Den. May not even be trying to get up aggressive with this, and I'm quite surprised by that, because he's up in army supply, and generally, if you pump out a good number of roaches, as Tefel has done, before reaching like full saturation of drones, you're going to be getting aggressive with them. To hold off like roaches, to hold off Hellions and Reapers with roaches, you do not need anywhere near that many. You need like 4, and you can comfortably defend this push. So the fact that Tefel's gone up to now 22, but hasn't got aggressive with it, is quite interesting. Saving those 2 creep tubers, getting that creep highway going, and actually revealing the roaches to get that creep highway going is fairly strong. He needs that to be able to get reinforcements across fast. The roaches, though, starting to get aggressive. In terms of defense to this, there's 2 Thors. Thors are not good against Roach Hydra. Banshee, they're actually pretty good. Obviously, roaches can't attack back against them, so getting them out is really, really important. And that's where the Hydras come into the mix. This Banshee is going to die so incredibly quickly. Vaporized. Still waiting. See what else comes through. Quick little takedown there. Nope. Just got huge amounts of mech production now. This is Lillekanin going mech, but he's lost his third. He just can't defend that. Tefel opting to go for the SCVs, get the guaranteed damage down. May not have been able to get that orbital command anyway. And to be honest, Tefel is in a reasonably good spot to just try and end this game now. He's up over double his opponent's army supply, pushing through. There's only 1 tank there, which doesn't have enough DPS to really work through these roaches quick. Nice little bottleneck though for Lillekanin, preventing the entire force getting up there, preventing a lot of the Hydras actually from even engaging. The bunker trying to get repaired up, but it won't be enough, gets taken down. This tank racking up all of the damage at the back. Some big shots coming through, starting to hit some of those Hydras. But Lillekanin, he's left with 27 army supply. The tank falls, and with that, the last kind of vestige of hope, trying to hold on the onslaught that's proceeding to break through his natural. The main is still pretty well fortified, but Tefel is just dealing so much damage. GG's called, and Tefel takes game number 1 of this best of 3.